And the federal government shutdown delayed $100,000 emergency death benefit payments to their families. And at this hour, it is not clear if the Pentagon will make those payments, but the Fisher House Foundation promised to pay those benefits in the interim. Now, back in 2013, Congress had to pass a law enabling retroactive payments.
Only on Denver 7 tonight, the family of this rescue pup wants to know why this animal was shot by a person with a pellet gun over the weekend. The owners are concerned their dog might have been targeted and that other neighborhood dogs could be next. Here is Denver 7's Thomas Hoppo.
I said, what if I hadn't let them in to feed them at that moment? She goes, your dog had less than an hour.
What happened here yesterday to Julie's dog
Hazley's a 1-year-old rescue.
had Julie's family in a panic.
Yes, I was out front shoveling the walk about 10:30 yesterday, and I came inside to let the dogs in to feed them.
But 1-year-old Halsey didn't come in.
Found her coming out of the doghouse we have out here, and she was barely walking and she was bleeding.
Julie and her family quickly took her into the vet, but they didn't know what was wrong.
They were able to do an x-ray, and they found a pellet or a bullet, small caliber bullet, lodged between. It went through her lungs and just past her heart.
The vet told Julie they weren't sure if Halsey would live, but they continued to drain the air and the blood out of her lungs. Today,
Hazley, come here. She was able to come home today. Come here.
Oh, you look great.
as the snow melts away what's left of the blood from Halsey, the wound on her neck is a reminder that she isn't out of the woods yet.
They had to leave the bullet in her.
Halsey needs to go back to the ER and continue to be monitored because she could still lose her life. But Julie has a message to the person who did this.
I believe it was intentional. One pellet to this dog just about took this dog's life.
That all life is valuable. In Littleton, Thomas Hoppo, Denver 7.
That poor baby. And Jefferson County did confirm with Denver 7 they are investigating, and if a suspect is identified, that person could be facing a felony and serve up to 1.5 years in jail.
An emotional day in court for the family of Kelsey Shelley. She's a pregnant Denver woman killed nearly 5 years ago.
And today, for the first time, her family faced her accused killer in court. Denver 7's cameras were not allowed inside for Dante Lucas's court hearing. Our reporter Liz Gilardi was there, though, and said some of Kelsey's family members started crying the moment Lucas walked in.
Just waiting for him to walk through that door, my anxiety was really high, and then it was emotional to actually see him, but some satisfaction to see him, you know, in handcuffs. It's a first step in what I know is going to be a horribly long process.
Though today's hearing was very short, just lasted a few minutes. Lucas's attorney today asked for more time to analyze the 20-some thousand pieces of discovery evidence in this case. He's due back in court in March. I promise you, we're going to be there every step of the way.
Today, a ruling from the Colorado Supreme Court. State funding for Planned Parenthood is legal. The funding has been the subject of a court challenge for 5 years, and the group filing the lawsuit says the state is funding an abortion provider, which is banned in the state constitution. However, the Supreme Court disagreed. This is now the third court to hear this case. All three have ruled in favor of the state and Planned Parenthood.
Denver is not biting into Apple's plans to build a second campus somewhere in the metro. According to our news partner, the Denver Post, officials say the potential jobs won't pay enough. So right now, the city will concentrate on getting Amazon to build its second headquarters here. Denver was named, as you might know, one of 20 finalists last week in that project. And today, Amazon opened its convenience store of the future with no checkout lines. This is in Seattle. So shoppers scan their Amazon Go app when they go into the store. Sensors set up around the store track the shopper's movements and then charge their Amazon account with what they grab. The store, called Amazon Go, will offer groceries, cold drinks, and ready-to-eat meals.
I'm past patiently waiting. I'm passionately smashing every expectation, every action's an act of creation.
Oh, a lot of not so patient waiting today for people trying to get their hands on tickets for this Broadway hit musical, Hamilton. It opens here in Denver February 27th. Thousands of people lined up outside the Buell Theater this morning. Some people even camped out starting last night. Hundreds of thousands of people also waited their turn online. Now, tickets start at $75. We went on Craigslist today, found people selling way over the asking price already, some upwards of $500. Others were willing to make trades for tickets, including giving away Broncos tickets and giving up a golf cart to see the musical, which is now sold out.
We're just getting started.
A group of Girl Scouts could change policy for 360,000 people. Find out why they're taking a stand.
Plus, how the Avs are staying focused during their record-breaking win streak. And even though the IRS isn't taking tax returns yet, you can still get a little piece of your refund right now.
Next on Denver 7.
In just about 90 minutes, we should learn whether some 13-year-old girls are on their way to changing smoking laws in Aurora.
An ordinance by a Girl Scout troop is up for a vote about 7:30. Denver 7 reporter Amanda Del Castillo has a preview.
Depending on that vote, smokers in Aurora could soon face a fine if they light up with kids in the car.
We are Girl Scout Troop 60789.
5 young women on a mission to secure the coveted Silver Award, the second highest Girl Scout honor. The project they took on to achieve that took on a life of its own.
We didn't expect it to be big at all. We just thought it'd be some minor thing, but here we are.
But attempting to change local smoking laws is a big deal. After months of research, they made the decision.
Trying to pass an ordinance in the city of banning smoking with minors present in the car was the way that they wanted to go.
As it stands, the ordinance would make it illegal for smokers of any kind to light up inside of a car with anyone 18 years or younger. They would face a $150 minimum fine, which would increase with each offense. The maximum fine would be set by city code with a steep price tag of more than $2,600.
They're addressing what is the role of government in public health.
Aurora Councilman Charlie Richardson was the troop's first call.
We started working on the mechanics at the front end.
An explanation of how the legislative process works.
We just had an idea and we didn't know anything, and he told us everything that we needed to know, and he helped us get this far.
And tonight, the big vote.
We're going to maneuver through the amendment process tonight, and so we're all going to have to stay on our toes.
But this isn't the end of the process. If approved, we can expect changes ahead of any final draft. And whether Troop 60789 walks away victorious, the girls say they're doing it for the kids.
Be aware that you have a child in the car with you and that they could suffer from secondhand smoking.
In Aurora, I'm Amanda Del Castillo, Denver 7.
And leaders with Girl Scouts of Colorado say regardless of tonight's outcome, these young women will be receiving the organization's prestigious Silver Award.
Very impressive. Denver City Council could ban bump stocks at tonight's meeting, which started about an hour ago. Now, bump stocks are those devices you attach to a semi-automatic rifle to make them fire almost like an automatic rifle. The gunman in the Las Vegas massacre used them. City councilors have already expressed unanimous support for a ban. State lawmakers have introduced a bill that would ban bump stocks statewide, but experts say that's likely to die in a Republican-controlled committee.
Puffer Week got started here in Colorado today, and if you're not familiar with the phrase puffers, that's what Coloradans call a car that is left running outside, usually to leave it out there warming up. Now, we told you last week that Honda Civics and Accords are the most sought-after models among car thieves here in the Denver metro. Puffing your car isn't just illegal, it also makes you an easy target for thieves.
Well, turns out the holidays were not good enough for a Boulder-based robot toy maker. According to our partners at the Denver Post, Sphero is going to lay off 45 employees. A company spokesman says they're going to refocus on making educational robots after seeing a lot of success with their take on the Star Wars droid BB-8.
And tax season is starting much later than usual this year. The IRS won't process your return until next Monday at the earliest. Now, as far as getting a refund, the IRS may not even send out checks until the middle of February. But there is a way for you to get some of that money early. You see many tax companies, including H&R Block, Jackson Hewitt, they're offering no interest, no fee loans when you get your taxes done there. Now, for the companies, it's a way to get your business in the door. For you, it's a way to get some of your refund money early. The companies just take the money out of your refund when it's sent out. Now, we've posted an article with all the information on the free Denver 7 app.
Boy, some welcome news for people living east of DIA. I-70 has reopened now. The nasty winter weather shut down the highway last night, and the closure lasted more than 12 hours. The Aurora Police Department's community outreach team was out overnight because of those nasty conditions. They handed out food, some clothes, and also hand warmers to those in need.
Now, look at this. This car might have been out in the winter conditions, maybe just a little bit too long. Denver 7 investigator Jace Larson took these pictures along Colfax earlier today. That car got hit twice. Once when the snow fell, and then again when the plows came through. That's having a bad day. Or a bad weekend. I'm not sure which. Yeah.
Oh, boy. That's going to be fun to clean off.
Yeah.
You know what else is great to clean off?
What's that?
What's that?
Your garage floor.
Oh,
right?
no,
bring the car
ugly chunks fall in there.
Yep.
I know it.
Drag it into the house.
We needed that snow, Mike.
We did.
Big time, yeah.
And it looked pretty today, and it looked pretty this evening. This is the view from our camera that's out at the Denver Museum of Nature and Science. Was hoping for a little bit more from this cloud at sunset. It had so much promise. Thought we were going to get some gorgeous color. Got a little bit right there, but it just didn't quite come through. A brother-in-law like that. And this is what it looks like. Same view is a little better. That's the same cloud from up at Loveland Ski Area looking toward the east. It did okay. And it is a sign of the change that's coming up in our weather in the next couple of days, as a matter of fact, because those high clouds signal a change coming up with a minor little upper air disturbance. So we started at 9, got up to 44 today. Normals are at 44 and 17. Right now, cooling off a bit. 32 at the airport, 33 downtown. Pressure rising, winds light from the south-southeast. Around the nation, cool air to the west. Warm air to the east. In between, a storm. And the storm that brought us our heavy snow is still producing snow in Missouri, Iowa, Minnesota, Wisconsin. Strong thunderstorms out in advance of it. Core of that storm right now located out over Kirksville, Missouri. It's going to continue to move off to the northeast tonight. Here comes our next weather maker. It's not much. It's a minor little upper air disturbance that's going to move our way tonight, pushing across the state. Being minor, it's going to just produce some light snow, maybe an inch or two, northern and central mountains. Partly cloudy skies on the plains. Chilly tonight, but not as cold as last night. We'll drop to about 17 here in the Denver area. Mostly looking at teens on the plains, 9, one of the colder spots at Lyman. And along the Front Range, some low 20s, Boulder and Broomfield, about 18 degrees downtown. For tomorrow, few snow showers early, right up on the divide. Otherwise, a mostly sunny day. But as that disturbance goes by, it'll be cool again like it was today. Temperatures just in the upper 30s to around 40 degrees along the Front Range, but that's about normal for this time of year, so expect to take a jacket again for tomorrow. Sunny skies, though, will help to melt off a little bit more snow. Forecast for tonight, partly cloudy, cold, about 17 for a low. For tomorrow, the high temperature at 40, 40, we'll say. And looking ahead, we'll see that 40 go to 53 on Wednesday, 60 on Thursday, and then another storm system comes in, but it's not nearly as powerful as the one we just had. So flurries here, maybe a few inches of snow in the mountains on Friday, and a high temperature at 42, and then mid-40s Saturday, low 50s on Sunday.